My name is Rainer Bass, called Rainer Schallert from Basscollection.de, and I will show you some vintage models of my collection. I collected over 50 years, and now we start with my first bass. It was a Farmer's Star bass, and I bought it in 1963, and I played beat music with it before I started to buy a new one. And I never sold anything but only 2 or 3 basses in former times. This was my second bass from Framus, and this was the same model Bill Wyman played with the Stones. It was a small body, the 149 model, and it's very old. It's around about 63, 64, and it's a very fine bass in a very good condition, and it has a very high action, but it's not so heavy to play. Because we played only in the A, and so we had no problem with the action. This is a 64 President bass from Höfner. They are very famous in the 60s. All German and English beat bands like to play Höfner, but not only the Beatle bass, the 501. This one is the 500/5, and it's a very famous bass. Sounds the same as the Beatle bass from Paul McCartney, and it has a great history. It was with me on stage in the early 60s with beat music like the Rolling Stones and the Beatles and the Searchers and all this kind of stuff. But it was a really good bass, and it sounds very well. This is a double neck Höfner bass, the 191. This was a very famous instrument in the early 60s up to the 70s. All big bands played a double neck instrument. Gibson sold many of them, but this is a very early bird. And this one, because we had no bass players in the former times, so the rhythm guitar has to play bass as well, and then he changed into the rhythm, and then he changed into the bass. So it was a very famous instrument, and to the Gibson, it's a very lightweight bass and guitar, and it sounds great. It sounds like the Beatle bass with the humbucker, with the 3 humbuckers. It sounds very great, and it had a very great success. But the Höfner didn't build so much of this model, so it's very rare to find. Here we have a 76 Fender Precision bass, especially made for me. It's active with EMGs, pickups, and I got it as a rubbish instrument, and now it's a very best sounding Fender Precision bass I ever had. And it's nearly brand new, but it's very old. And you see the nicotine on the headstock. The headstock is original nicotine pimped. It's all original when you can play in the clubs where they smoke. And all the musicians smoke and put the cigarettes on top of the headstock. We all did it. And it's a very nice instrument. It looks very well, and the sound is great. Please look at Vintage and Rare, and you will find more of my basses, and maybe you'll buy one.